rages around like an ocean in my head. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, know I'll find you in my dreams. Find you in my I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality.
Hello, my name's Kai Unity Kai. Happy New Year's Eve and Happy New Year. I'm going to play a little bit of a first-person shooter titled G-String, which stands for Genetic String. I was meaning to play Halo Combat Evolved, but I forgot to change the title. I didn't have time to transfer the game over to my desktop from another computer, so I figured I'll do G-String instead, which is still a first-person shooter. So that is, if it runs properly, that is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it first, because I'm not sure whether I need to capture it in a window mode or whether I need to put it in a desktop. It looks like it has to download the content. I suppose that maybe is an update, so I don't like downloading at the same time, but hopefully it'll be alright. So just about there, it seems. So anyhow, when it's done updating, I'll go ahead and launch this. But I figured it's a first-person shooter, so still can take care of that first-person shooter itch. Alright, just about there. So again, once it's completed, I'm going to launch it first in a... I'm just going to launch it and see whether or not I need to put it in a window mode, or whether desktop audio will be fine. Or desktop screen display capture, that's what I'm trying to think of. Also, I'm hoping that the controller will work for this. I think in the past I've used the mouse and the keyboard. Not really mouse and a keyboard type of person. I mean, some games I think that they're appropriate for, but okay, so it looks like this is going to launch in a windowed mode. So good thing I waited to allow that to finish. Alright, so go ahead and capture it. Also, I'm not quite sure, again, I think it was just doing an update. I haven't played this game in a very long time. Alright. So I'm hoping the controller will work alright. We'll see what happens here. So enable the joystick, that should be what I want, so.
Friendly reminder. Observation Deck D1 is the finest facility of its kind. Clinic designed to house highly gifted children and their immediate relatives. If you find yourself the resident of an observation deck, there must be a reason. Please cooperate with the security and research personnel. We need to understand your gifts for your own sake. We need to understand them for everybody's sake.
Alright, so this looks quite nice with the default post-processing effects. I haven't added any, like, reshade post-processing on top of it, so looks quite nice. Contrasts, the colors are nice and everything. And the controller works, so great. So essentially the story with this is, in the future, people have genetic upgrades. And in this timeline, in this future, it's a rule that everybody has to be categorized and logged if you have a genetic advancement, a genetic integration. And having children is limited, and also the air is very polluted. And you have to pay for clean air, or like you have to wear like a ventilator type mask and whatnot. But so this is kind of like a resistance type protagonist that you're playing as. It's somebody who's genetically gifted. So I believe that this is a home here that has been that's actually the player. But I believe it's an old abandoned home that resistance members have taken over. So, but on the wall there it says, "They are terrified of you. The last thing they want is for you to find your power, and your power flows from your beliefs." Alright, so I'll need to figure out the controls here. This game is quite convoluted, I guess is the best word to put it. So, and also there's like robots that serve as like maids and different things. There's some robots that are like for reproduction and whatnot. Let's see if I can maybe turn up the contrast a little bit, though. Brightness levels, that's what I wanted. Okay, maybe you can't adjust the brightness levels. Alright, well, that's okay. This is a really dark, gritty game anyway, so... And by the way, it is a Half-Life total conversion mod, so it's built on the Half-Life 2 engine. And I think all I have right now is a hammer. So I can figure out how to navigate just fine, but what I do need to figure out is how I use action items and whatnot. So that's kind of what I was wondering about with the native controls here. So joystick, enable the joystick. So that works just fine. I think in the past I've played this game with the mouse and the keyboard. I just didn't really want to have to do that. So mouse 1 and mouse 2, it's typical for your primary and secondary. Can I edit these? Doesn't look like it. Oh, maybe so. Ah, cool. So it looks like I'll have to edit these to the controller. And I'm just going to set standard first-person shooter controls. Sprint, move quickly. I'll change that to L1. Jump, A key. Move left and right are already working. Duck. I'll do that R2, I guess. Or R1. Okay, so for the weapons, I think maybe the D-pad left is fine. Alright, go ahead and apply that. There we go. So, this character has telekinesis as a native ability. So, but I have the hammer here. But anyhow, this first part of the level here, it's kind of confusing on what you need to do. I can't really remember what I have to do, actually. I think I have to go upstairs. And so it's also worth mentioning that this is a one of the more initial releases for this game. It's kind of like a... okay, so left and right are fine, but up and down are going to have to adjust that, so let me do that real quick. But this game, it has the full version is on Steam. So this is like one of the later releases that was still available for free because they had got it onto the Steam store, but it's been on the Steam store, I think, for like a couple of years, something like that. The only reason I haven't bothered to get it is because this latest or last demo release, or it's not really a demo because it's the full game, but this is quite similar to the full, the latest release anyway. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I need to change just a couple of other things, and that is up and down. So the movements are fine. Look up and look down, that's what I need. Okay, so I want it to be the right joystick. So look up. And look down. Alright. Okay, it doesn't look like it configure the up and down, so I can use the mouse to look up and down, I guess. But that's, you know, kind of not really a good way to play. So, I mean, left and right work fine, so how come up and down won't work? Let me look at that again. Because it's going to be difficult to have to play with one hand on the controller and one hand on the mouse. I mean, it could be done, but it's definitely not ideal, for sure. So let me look at that again. If I have to, I'll just use the mouse, but I really don't want to have to do that. I'm not a mouse and keyboard player. I'm more of a controller person. Okay, so look up and down. It has the axes set correctly. Try setting it again. How's it going, Drift? Happy New Year's. Alright, so these axes are set correctly. I'm trying to figure out how come they're not registering. Alright, well, I guess I'll just freaking... I mean, I can use the one hand on the mouse if it's just for... Well, actually, I couldn't do that, because, like, if it's just exploration, that's fine, but if you're gonna get into a battle and whatnot, you really wouldn't be able to play like that. Wonder how come it won't register the up and down axes. Maybe use the joystick to look around, perhaps. Okay, well that works. It's just one joystick, but heck, it works. Alright. Well, then you can't move around, though. I'll figure this out. Could have used a controller program as well to map it, but I'm not going to worry about that. Alright, so how come it does not want to register the up and down, look up and down? I mean, it has the axes set correctly. Oh well, I guess I'll just use the mouse in tandem with the controller, I suppose. It's just getting into battle, you'd have to stop and, you know, do what you need to. It's definitely not an ideal way to play, but that's okay.
Is that you? Don't come in. I don't want you to see me like this. I'm sick. Sick like your mother was before she died. I'm sorry about the smell. So embarrassing. You know that guy across who could float?
So this is apparently this protagonist's father, who's deathly ill.
I know you're next. Don't let it happen.
Essentially hospice condition.
Don't let them destroy him. Like they destroyed me and Mom. Bust out of here. Get out. I know you can. And give them hell. Give them hell if they mess with you. Do it for all the shit they've done to us. And all the others like you. And the
Kind of hard to hear this voice actor.
They turned it into a cesspool. Even the air ain't free no more. Look, Milo, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I made you feel bad all these years. But I was afraid of you. Not anymore.
So to make a long story short,
Which reminds me,
Mayo, which is the protagonist,
I'm in tremendous
this is her father. He's near death,
either way.
and he's essentially telling Mayo to give these
Put your dad out of his misery if you want.
antagonists, give him hell.
Real.
But the world in this game is kind of, it's like corporations rule the world, which is essentially, I mean, it's not really that far off from truth, because that's kind of how our world is as well. Corporations essentially rule the world. So,
I'm terminal anyway.
okay, so that was his exposition.
Mio,
Oh, maybe not.
I can't afford painkillers. Burn me up. Burn me up.
So, yes, she also has pyrokinesis, which means she can throw fireballs. And in order to do that, you have to switch over to her telekinesis power. Which I'm not exactly sure how to do, so... So that's selecting between your weapons, but... Oh, there we go. So here's her telekinesis. And she also has fire as well, but I don't know how to do... how to use... Oh, crap, broke the screen. I don't know how to use her fire. So it'd be a real problem trying to play this game with one hand on the mouse, one hand on the controller. So, again, ideally you don't want to play this game like this.
Suffer. That's all I ever.
Okay, so if I remember, you need a key card. And I think that key card is back upstairs where I just was. I think it's up here, actually. Maybe not. Maybe it's downstairs in the kitchen? I can't remember. It's been so long since I've played this. And it's, again, it's very difficult to see what you're doing because it's so damn dark. It adds to the atmosphere, so, I mean, I like that, but it's also very difficult to see what you're doing. So there's a key card, and that's how you get out of here. So what I'm doing is I'm using the mouse to look around because I can't set the axes on the controller for some reason. I don't know why. You can use it to move around, but you can't use it, and you can also use it to look vertically, but you can't use it to look horizontally. Or up and down. So that's the door there. I think I actually have other save files on this too, I think. If I do, I'm just going to switch, because I can't remember. Oh, it does look like I have quite a few. Okay. Well, let me just switch over to another save, because I can't remember, and I don't want to spend rubber looking for that, so. So it looks like this one is from 2021, September 29th, 2021. Alright. But anyway, you would have found a key card, and that would have allowed you to get out of there, so. This also has a very Blade Runner-esque environment, I feel like. The only problem is that I can't, I guess I'll just use the freaking keyboard and mouse. I didn't want to have to do that, but I guess I'm gonna have to, because the controller just does not want to use the right axes. So, that's alright. Alright, so what I'll do is get through this area here. I think what I'm going to also do is, I was thinking of trying out some Dead or Alive, if time allows. I wanted to do, unlock 2 hidden characters. So I'll see if maybe I have enough time for that too. But yeah, it's this game it's interesting. It's definitely, I would say it's not for everyone, but all right. So I'm gonna get let's see. I guess I'll use the mouse and the keyboard. All right. So, this will be a little bit tricky for me. I'm not used to the controller or the keyboard and the mouse. Okay, so I'm also going to have to reset the controller, it looks like, because I have it set to the, or maybe I can just disable the joystick. No? Okay, use defaults. Fly. There we go. Alright. Stop stealing the soap. Thanks. So how do I... There we go. Our different weapons. So this is kind of like a alternate dimension, interdimensional type situation this character's in. There we go. It's been so long since I played this. I mean, my last save file is September 2021. Seems like so long ago. Well, it is. It's over 2 years. And so I guess I don't think you really do much here. Yeah, it's just kind of like to trip you out. There is no love left in the world, is what that says, and I totally agree with that. Unfortunately, our world is extremely cold, extremely self-centered and selfish, and nobody gives two shits about anybody except for themselves nowadays. You have to pull teeth. Just, you know what I mean? Unless you're directly benefiting somebody, they don't want a damn thing to do with you. That means that either you're working for them, you're giving them something, or you're a lolcow, and they can have a laugh at your expense. That's what the world is. No love, no compassion or empathy. It's dog eat dog. Ever more so, it's extremely bad nowadays. And it's very unfortunate. But in a dystopian future like this, it's also quite true. So anyhow, there was the interdimension that this character was in. She's out of it now, and she's now in this another abandoned home here, building. And it also logs save files. Auto saves. So I try to delete these every so often. Let's see. Delete. And delete. And go ahead and or manually save. Okay, so very, very dark game. Let's see. E, there we go. And again, this is built on Half-Life, so it's your traditional loading zones. Yeah, thank goodness for her flashlight, because I can't see anything. I mean, it's so dark. Alright, well, I'll tell you this. I'm in a room, and I drop down here. See, there's an arrow right there. So, use your hammer, perhaps. Break down that wall. I see an arrow. Oh, wait. Maybe that means up, but up. Yeah, okay.
Where did you come from, lady? We got no food if that's why you're here.
She ate the last can of beans, see? Man, it stinks in here.
God, it stinks in here.
So she ate the last can of beans. But yeah, the air in this game, in this world, it's very, very toxic. So everybody's wearing masks. Even the protagonist does as well, but it's like a very small, modified type of mask. So, I wouldn't cross that river if I were you, but then again, I wouldn't stay here either. I have never been able to figure this out. This river. So what I've always done is I've just gone onto the developer console and switched on no clip, and I just floated around to get over to the other side. But when that individual, that NPC says you don't want to get in the water, he's right, because there's some type of a monster in there, a creature, and when you get in the water, it instantly attacks you. Also, you can see like an oil film on the water. That's kind of a nice little touch. I like that. So what you're supposed to do, I believe, is you're supposed to use her telekinesis. And you're supposed to, like, grab a plank and bring it over to you, and then use that as, like, a stepping stone. But other than that, I've never been able to figure out how to cross this place. So, but the moment that you get in the water, that whatever creature's in there comes for you right away. So, what I've done is I just go into the developer console, like I said, and I just turn on no clip, and, turn on no clip, so I turn clipping off. And I just use that to float on up there, so... It might be maybe what I'll do again, I don't know. Maybe I'll try to actually figure it out this time, but... you can kind of see that there are no planks around or anything, so it's like... Well, what do you do, you know? And so I've tried going over onto this side as well, and because I feel like you have to get over this way. But, you know, I'm not quite sure. And so in the distance there, you can see Euthanasia Center. Euthanize. So this world, this setting, it's very, like I was explaining earlier, there's a law on having children. They don't want you to have children. I think you can have children, but they limit it. And they also encourage euthanasia. So, it's a very, very controlled world. And you're fed by corporations, their propaganda. So, it's a very, very depressing type of world. It's full of pollution. You know, it's very Blade Runner-esque. It really is. Quite a bit so. So, what I'll do is I'll save real quick, because I think what I'll do is I'll show you what happens. Oh, it looks like there's an autosave up there. Okay, that'll work. But as soon as you get down into the water, you're almost immediately attacked. So my guess is that you have to make your way over to this region and then somehow get up there. But this is as far as I have ever come in this game because I don't know where else to go. But this is what happens when you get in the water. See, maybe it's not a creature, it's pollution, I guess. So dead. So, if you wouldn't cross the river, but you wouldn't stay here either, which way would you go? Oh, there's the cans of beans. That's funny. Okay, well, I think over this way is blocked off as well. And again, it's just so incredibly dark. It's so hard to see. You almost have to run a filter just to brighten things up. And it doesn't look like you can change the contrast either. I was looking at that, but it doesn't look like you can. Okay, so let's see. Criminal _2. Crossing part. I'll just keep that as an autosave, I suppose. So I'm quite tempted to use the developer console and just turn off the clipping so that I can just float up there. Might do that. I would prefer not. I would really like to figure it out, but because I never have. I have yet to figure it out. But then again, I stopped playing this game in what was it, September 2021, I think. But I believe you have to get up here onto this bridge, and there are some little dugouts under the viaduct here. But it's the same problem. If you get into the water, you're going to be killed, because that's what the oil slick is on the water too, I believe. It's telltale sign of toxicity. But you have to get up there. Alright, I think what I'll do is just turn on clipping. Or, not turn it on, turn it off. Okay, clipping is still not off. Let me run that again. Alright, so, no clipping. I see the no clip command. Am I supposed to preface it this first, or what? Yeah, so there is still clipping, it seems. So when you turn off no clipping, it'll allow you to kind of like float up there. So I have the screen off because I was wondering about like what directories are showing in the console, but it's just all stuff related to the game, so not a big deal. I'll turn it back on. But I'll show you what I'm doing here. So you can see I've entered no clip in 4 times now, and it's not doing anything, but it populates no clip. So I don't know if I need to preface it by something, or but doesn't seem that it's working correctly. I'm not quite sure. So I'm tempted to check it out online, but I'm not going to worry about that because I have about, I'd like to allocate maybe about another 11 minutes to this. And I think anywhere from 1 hour to 2 hours tops. I'd like to do some Dead or Alive on the Dreamcast and unlock the 2 hidden characters. I think that might only take maybe like an hour, but I didn't feel like there were going to be so many issues with this. There's not really, but I just haven't played it for quite a while, so. MMA, thank you. How are you doing? New Year's Eve. Happy New Year. Surprised you remembered. I appreciate that. Thank you. And Happy New Year 2024 to you. Playing a little bit of a Half-Life modification mod. It's called G-string. It stands for genetic string. Trying to figure out how to turn clipping off so that I can get up here to the higher level, because I don't know what to do. It's a very convoluted game. In the past, I've looked it up on... when I've played it in the past, I've been... I would watch a YouTube tutorial simultaneously, but I'm just trying to figure out how the hell to turn clipping off so I can float up there. Because I'm going to play a little bit of Dead or Alive, I think, in a moment. But no clip shows right there, and if you submit it, it doesn't seem as though it actually does anything. Because with clipping off, you should be able to, it should just, once you're moving, it should just take you into the air here, but if I, like, walk into the wall, clipping is on, so if it were off, I'd walk right through the wall. That's why I'm wondering if it needed to be, like, another code on it, or maybe no clip. Nope. Yeah, so I don't know. What about God mode? Well, God mode's just gonna give you limited ammunition. So yeah, I'm not quite sure how to... I would think just adding it into the console would work, but I guess not. Well, it's alright. I still don't understand why that doesn't work. I don't know if I needed to, like maybe a hashtag or something? Hashtag no clip? Well, maybe the game doesn't want me to cheat, I guess. But anyways, as far as I am aware, this character has to use her telekinesis to use a plank to cross. And this one she can't. So anyways, this is as far as I can get without clipping, because as soon as I go into the water, it's instant death. Well, not instant, but pretty close to instant. But the objective, I think, is to get up onto one of these bridges. And... okay, I'll go in the water. Maybe if I stay above the water? No, her health is dropping. Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what to do. Is there a piece of wood in here, maybe, that I can grab? Carry it out there with me? Hey, there we go. I don't know how she's gonna float on that, but I'll try. So there's no way that's gonna hold her. Yep. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Yeah, I wouldn't cross the river either, but I'm not sure what else to do. And it seems that developer console, I don't know why, is not working. It's on. I mean, obviously, because I pulled it up. Oh well. So that is G-string. Unfortunately, it's I didn't play as much of it as I would have liked, but it is what it is. But what I will play a little bit more of is Dead or Alive, because I'm going to go ahead and launch that up, because I'm almost at an hour. And what I'd like to do is try to do the whole game. Meaning, because it doesn't take very long. So, I'm thinking maybe I might be able to do the whole game. I wanted to unlock a couple of characters on there, so... see if I can do that. Alright, so I'll go ahead and pull Dead or Alive 2 up. But yeah, that's the G-string genetic string game. It's a very interesting game. You kind of have to look past some of the mechanics on it. Well, I mean, it's essentially... let's see, how do I want to play this? I guess Flycast. It's essentially Half-Life, because that's what it is, but let's see. Put this in display. But yeah, what time is it? It's 9 o'clock. So, coming up on New Year's my time. It's a little bit closer for others. But I hope your New Year's goes well. I hope you can set some good goals and meet them. I know it's not always easy. But if you can, more power to you. And you definitely can, so. Okay, so what I'll do here is go ahead and do some Dead or Alive. Alright, some Dead or Alive 2. Go ahead and set the game. I think this is... There we go. Okay, so this is a modified Dead or Alive. It's called Dead or Alive 2 Final. It has some modified costumes and also some modified music. So, pretty cool. So I'm going to try to complete the whole game. Meaning, play through all of the characters' playthroughs and unlock the hidden characters. I should be able to do that. It doesn't take very long, so maybe like 7-8 minutes a character, so... Alright, so I'm not going to sit through the whole title screen, because I want to really get through this quickly. So, I don't know. Maybe it cannot be done in an hour, but maybe it can. We'll see. I don't think so. But I'll definitely try.
Get ready, fight!
And I'm going to skip the replays to move it along quickly.
Get ready, fight!
Got you. Oh, that was cool.
Winner! 私の戦いは終わりじゃない。
そこか。
戦いたくない。私を行かせて。聞いてください、はやぶささん。
ハヤテへの誓い、お前は死なせん。行かせるわけにはいかん。
Get ready, fly!
So, what I'm really trying to work on with this game is the counters, the parrying. And so to parry, you essentially will use the same move that they're using, but use it in reverse. So if a character's kicking, you'll kick, but use it in reverse. Because if you don't do that, it's essentially just mashing buttons, you know? See, that was a parry that she did. Like thing. Oh, nice. Nice one. So, Dead or Alive 5 I've also played. I played also Dead or Alive 3 and 4. Or have I played 4? I actually don't think I have. I played 3, 5, and 2, of course, is the first one I've ever played. Dead or Alive 6, I haven't played that one. I have it on PlayStation 4 and Steam, I think.
Get ready, fly!
But I haven't played either of them. They're both a very large download, so I think that's the only reason I haven't ever tried them out. Or tried it out. It's just the one game, but on 2 different systems. So Ayan is Kasumi's nemesis. When Kasumi left the Shaolin Temple, Ayan was sent after Kasumi, but they used to be really good friends. But according to the ninja code, when Kasumi left, it was essentially betrayal. So Ayan was sent after her to essentially kill her.
You lose.
And she just did.
Get ready, fly!
That's my favorite move, the stair stomping. Four blocks in a row, dang. Alright, gotcha that time. Alright, so this is Kasumi's brother, Ain. E-E-I-N.
Get ready, fly!
And he's very strong. Like a freaking tank. So he was involved in a Project Ellipsion, and so he doesn't remember who he is. He has amnesia. But again, very strong, very strong character.
You lose.
いいバイブレーションだ。行くぞ。
なぜなの？
Get ready, fight!
I hate to keep on doing repetitive moves, but that was a very nice switch he did too. Oh man, that was cool as hell. He timed that. Very nice. Alright, gotcha. Finally. Alright, and so now I believe it's the Tengu after this.
兄さん、私
Yep. So that's what I say, it's very quick to move through. I don't know, maybe it's been like 7, 8, 9 minutes maybe, but there's not going to be enough time to get it all done in an hour.
Get ready, fight!
So this guy can be a menace. There you go, Kasumi girl. So once he does that move, normally he'll do a wind attack. Yep. See, and that he does it like multiple times in a row.
この戦いには絶対に勝つ。
Get ready, fight!
So he's gonna try it again. Custom music for this boss battle. Oh man, that was cool. Ah, crap.
戦いには絶対に勝つ。
Kasumi. Come on. Yeah, when he does that wind attack, it's essentially game over. Because he keeps doing it. You see? He doesn't stop.
You lose.
この戦いには絶対に勝つ。
Alright, I think I got him this time. Maybe. Maybe not. Anyways, I believe he's one of the hidden characters that you get to unlock.
絶対に勝つ。
Get ready,
I think. I'm not quite sure. I think it's Bayman, and could also be him. I can't remember, but I think it might be him. Oh my god, I thought I might have had him, but nope. He kicked me to my head right as I was jumping.
you lose.
この戦いには絶対に勝つ。
Get ready, fight!
So maybe I'm not going to be able to get him. Alright, maybe so. It's kind of like a flip of the die. Ah, come on, man.
You lose.
この戦いには絶対に勝つ。
Get ready, fight!
Okay, first strike is always good, second, good. Alright, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get him. Good.
私行かなくちゃ。
I failed, I feel like. It's alright. Yeah, too much time wasted. Go ahead and try it again with a different character. But you can see he's a very, very difficult character. But I do believe that Tengu, as well as Bayman, I think those are the two unlockable characters, but I'm not 100% on that.
この戦いには絶対に勝つ。
So, Jan Lee, I'll do him. So again, this has modified costumes for this game. All of the characters have at least one modified costume. And not all of the stages have custom music, but quite a few of them do. This was not modded by me, but it's cool that it was. I mean, I really enjoy modding games and consoles and things like that. I find it very interesting. But once you mod this game, you have to repack it and recompile it into a CDI, self-bootable mill CD. You can use a texture viewer to get in there, use like Blender and Photoshop to edit the costume textures. But it's cool to do that. It breathes new life into games, I feel like. But anyways, Jan Lee. I'll go ahead and play with Jan Lee. So this should be his Dreamcast shirt. I think.
Get ready, fight!
It's not, but I think this is also a modified shirt. I'm not quite sure, but one of his shirts is a Sega Dreamcast symbol. It's kind of cool. So, of course, this is kind of like Bruce Lee, who this character was inspired by. So there's Zack. That's a custom one for him. I tried to rush him, but that didn't work well. Backfired on me. So Zack is actually really good. He's probably one of the best characters in Dead or Alive. And then in Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball, he's the island owner.
進歩のないやつだ。
最高のステージになりそうね。
俺に負けはない。
Get ready, fight!
And so, if I can get her through the window there, maybe not. Oh man, that would hurt. Break your face, break your nose at least. Sweet.
今すぐここを立ち去るがいい。これは格闘大会謎ではない。うぬらポン族の手に負えるとは思うな。こと抜かすな。
Get ready, fight!
Hayabusa is pretty cool. He's the Ninja Gaiden guy. And he's quite the nemesis against Jan Lee as well.
生くることままならず。いざいつでも来い。
Get ready, fight!
Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking that I could do all of the characters quickly. Come on, Jan Lee. I love how he just takes a moment to pass out and fall down. So yeah, this was my first Dead or Alive. I played this on the Dreamcast. But Dead or Alive 3, that's a good one as well, and one I'd like to play again. I can play that on remote play on Xbox One. That was a quick one. So Jan Lee must be Bass's nemesis. Lei Feng, she's a tough one.
クンフーを積んだわ。あなたの世界、生きるために。
Get ready, fight!
I hate to do repetitive moves. I really do, because it's kind of like cheap, but there are so many different moves for this game. Many different pages of moves, actually. There's normal moves, there's special moves.
お前の来るようなところではない。
Alright, so here's Tengu. Let's see how well Jan Lee does.
Get ready, fight!
Well, not too well. There you go. Holy moly.
New move.
This guy's gonna beat everybody.
俺
Tengu.
に負けはない。
Get ready, fight!
And so Tengu is also a real Japanese folklore. Like a demon of sorts. Come on, Janli. Redeem Kasumi. Ah, crap. I thought I had him there. Dang it. This guy's not gonna let anybody win.
Get ready, fight!
Okay, I don't know. I mean, I really am not that great with this game. Alright, I'm gonna jump into the control list here and see what blocking is. It's really something I need to work on. Sparring. Let me try that out. What the heck is the friggin' blocking button? So if we go to the arts list, that's the moves list, you can see there's tons of moves. Special moves, regular moves, like, holy crap. Tons of moves. So up and PK, what is that? Well, first of all, what is P? There's K. Okay, so up and PK. Okay, so what I wanted to figure out is what is blocking. Oh, so it's A. Does he not have a escapist move? Oh my god, man. That hurts so bad. Kicking you in your thigh like that? Kicking your leg out, kicking you in your fucking thigh? Okay, so he can also do a running kick. I'm not quite sure what that is. I would think it would be... What is this kick? Okay, I see. There we go. Okay, anyways, I figured out what block is. It's A. But also, when a character attacks you, you can parry the moves, but you can also reverse them. And as I was explaining earlier, essentially, if a character punches or kicks, whatever they're doing. So let's say Ayan punches, so to reverse that, Janli would also punch, but he would reverse it. So. But anyways, I figured out what blocking is, so. Anne is such a freaking powerhouse. Holy crap. Turn that audio down just a little bit. Alright, I'll try a live thing. Need to add a compressor filter to the audio so that way...
Get ready.
The whole purpose of the compressor filter on the audio is when I'm talking, it will lower the desktop audio automatically. Because a lot of times, if you don't have a filter on the desktop audio, and there's a lot of loud noise going on and you're talking and you're not talking loud enough, the desktop is way louder. So that's the purpose of a compressor filter, is it will automatically lower the desktop audio so that it's kind of like your voice and the audio are pretty similar. So, but I'm still learning audio filters and stuff, still experimenting with them. But I feel like they're doing okay. I think I added a compressor filter to the microphone, and I don't really know if that's what I need to do. I think I just need to add it to the desktop. Anyhow, I'll go ahead and resume here. So we have Ayan. Really like to get, maybe one of these days, Dead or Alive 3 on the original X... Or, yeah, is Dead or Alive? Yeah, it is, on the original Xbox, but it has... you can get Dead or Alive 3 on the Xbox One, and it's backwards compatibility. So I could do it that way and plug in my Xbox One and do remote play with it. So I haven't done remote play on the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4 for quite some time. And there's a few games on each console that I was kind of wanting to check. Oh, there's cheats on here. Wonder what these cheats are. What's that? Oh, no cheat loaded, but you can add cheats? Cool. Interesting. I'll have to check that out one of these days. Alrighty. There you go, Lei Fang. What the heck was that? I don't know if you saw that. That was so weird. Like, Lei Fang should have dropped down from the top floor there, but it seems like she, like, clipped in through the wall or something. That was really weird. I mean, maybe she did drop down, I don't know. So there's a custom costume for Tina, Spider-Woman costume.
足らないよね。あなたは力の何たるかを知らない。Get ready, fly! やっ 力じゃなくて
まかり通る孫娘のためじゃ
Get ready, fly!
So Gainfu is particularly difficult for Lei Fang. Again, a nemesis character. There are those characters that are the nemesis to another character. Genfu and Lei Fang, Jan Li and Hayabusa, Ayan and Kasumi, Base and Tina. Helena, I believe, is not a nemesis, but quite powerful against Lei Fang. Gotcha. Nice. She goes into that, leans back, and powers away. So Zack is powerful against everybody. He's a nemesis to every character. He's so powerful. I tried to go in for that power move again. This is going to be Jan Li, which is Lei Fang's nemesis. Ah, dang it. Oh my god, he's so powerful against Life Thing.
お前の来るようなところで
あなたのその
俺の勝ちだ。
覚悟はいい？ Get ready.
Oh my god, right off the bat. Alright. What? Let me try another character here. Should have just exited to the main menu, but to be honest with you, I'm not quite sure what the key is.
この戦いには絶対に勝つ。
Why don't I try Zack out? But yeah, this guy's a powerhouse. UFC fighter.
Winner! はい、次でしょ。しけこまねか。
自分の顔よく見てよ。Get ready.
So he was trying to hit on her. Oh my god, this guy's powerful.
Winner! はい、次でしょ。
最高のステージになりそうね。
ファンキーに行こうぜ。Get ready.
But yes, if you're familiar with the Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball, Zack is the owner of the island that the girls play on. In all of the Dead or Alive volleyball games, he's the island owner. God damn, that move is so cool. Ah, that was a nice parry I did.
そんなにスローじゃ乗れないね。また会ったな。あんた誰よ？知らねえな。鏡を見てみろい。Get ready.
So, his fighting style is very MMA, mixed martial arts. That was another parry. So it seems like I'm pretty good with parries with Zack.
Winner!
お前マジで誰よ
And I hate to fight Kasumi, because she's my favorite. So I hate to beat her down. She's my favorite character. And she's not gonna take it. She's beating Zack up. There you go, Kasumi.
You lose!
これが無限転身流よ。
I almost thought I was playing as Kasumi at first. So I always play with her. So I was like, what's going on here? And it's because I'm playing as Zack.
Winner!
伝説が生まれた
Ah, what a cool fighter.
Tina ちゃん今日からおめえはティナちゃんだ
Get ready!
So the reason Base is getting pissed off is because Tina is his daughter. And it seems like Zack really likes Tina. So that's why he was saying, Tina. And Base hears this and just comes out of nowhere. That's funny. And it seems like he's a tough one against Zack, too. Oh, I love that move. That's so cool.
Winner!
もはや人類に敵はいねえな全ては
Alright, so here's the Tengu.
Ready?
Come on, Zack. I don't think anybody's gonna beat the Tengu. Everybody I've played against... Oh my gosh, I got him.
Winner!
ありゃ無面じゃなかったか
Alright, cool. Jet Grind Radio. Cool. It's like some Jet Grind Radio music. Alright, well, I think what I'll do here is I'll do one more game. I think I'm going to do something that is one of those demo discs again, I feel like. Maybe play a little bit more on it. So there's a few of them here that I have. And I'm not exactly sure which is which, meaning what games are on what. But I think this one is a promotional Japanese disc. I believe so. Released in Japan only, for the Japanese Sega Dreamcast magazine. Yep. Oh, this actually might be a playable game. Yeah, it's a trial play. Flycast has stopped. Fatal SH4 branch instruction. Okay, so I guess maybe that won't work. There's also a Redream to try, but, it's not a huge deal. So it looks like this is a different one that I, launched. Ah, cool. Alright.
1998年12月20日横浜。この日未だかつてない規模で一つのゲームの制作発表会が行われようとしている。会場であるパシフィコ横浜には早朝から多くの若者たちの列ができた。彼らはどのような期待を胸に入場の時を待つのだろうか。
ゲームの常識を覆すようなゲームを作ってほしいです。
今バーチャ1が出た時の衝撃と同じ衝撃が、いやそれ以上の衝撃がきっと見れると思ってきました。
結構友情とかそういうの出てたじゃないですか。なんですかディスクで。そういったの今の子供たちっていうのはあんまりそういうのを考えてない子が多いので、そういうのをよく見せたいですね。
鈴木さんの作品ということで、朝早く来たんですけれども、とても期待してます。
鈴木優、シェンムーでは監督総指揮を務める。
なんかあんまりいつもと変わんない。
いっぱい並んでますよ。
そうですか。上見たくてね。ちょっと胃が痛いって。
列をなす人々は彼の描いた夢をどのような思いで見るのだろうか。
So this is the Shenmue release in Japan. $19.99.
それでは間もなく開演です。
この日のために今まで準備してきたんでね、今日の日の意気込みっていうのはあんまりないんですよ。やっとこの日が来たかっていう感じですね。でそれでもまだ終わってないですよね。今からやっぱり頑張んないと。
I used to play a viola in middle school.
「こんにちは。今日は鈴木さんにいろんなことを聞いたり、あるいは司会進行、そういうことをさせていただきます。三枝茂明です。
今日はゆうさんのドリームキャストの新作ということで楽しみにしてきました。司会は慣れないもんなんですが、よろしくお願いいたします。では早速、このシェンムーの監督、総指揮である鈴木優さんをお呼びして、この作品について伺ってみましょう。今回ドリームキャストのそのソフトということで、どうして家庭用のこういうソフトを作ろうと思ったんでしょうか。
By the way, I'd like to say there are no subtitles for this because I don't know, there might be a translation patch, maybe, but this disc was not meant to be released outside of Japan. So there's no translation for it, you know. Again, there may be, I don't know, there could be a translation patch, but this was a Japanese disc only. So.
皆さんご存知かと思うけど、その世界に入ってね、もう15年も経つんですよね。それでずっとアーケードゲームばっかりやってきてまして、アーケードゲームはやっぱりアベレージ3分ぐらいでね。
Look how young Yu Suzuki is.
どっかで3分の呪縛っていうのがありましてね、ゲーム時間をたっぷり使って、そういうゲームを作ってみたいなって言ってた。キャラクターもね、なんかおととい金曜日にチェックしたんですけど、372ぐらいできてるそうですね今。
まだ増えるわけですか。
前回もねそれぐらいの話して。
Okay, so
なんで進んでないじゃないかみたいな話あるんだけど。
Can't. I'm not gonna do all of that because it's. I'm sure it's a great interview, but.
After 65 million years, the island.
What the heck? This is in English? Oh, that's funny.
Is awake.
Blue Stinger. I think this is Blue Stinger.
It's time.
Elliot, do you have a password?
Time to kill.
Now what?
Time to die.
Electric system is dead. We can't get into the host of the lab.
Yeah, Blue Stinger. Cool. Alright, let me check out a couple of other Dreamcast games. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one more hour. Because I won't go on again until Friday of next year. It's weird to say that, I mean, you know, but also it's almost 10 o'clock my time, but if you're on Eastern Standard Time, it's close to New Year's for you in 2 minutes. So, or if you're in another part of the world, it's also New Year's for you. So Happy New Year 2024. It'll be New Year 2024 for me in 2 hours, but I'll do one more hour and just kind of see what are on these demo discs that I didn't really explore much earlier, but next Friday, which I think is January 5th. I can't get my calendar to pull up here. Oh, there we go. So yes, January 5th is next Friday. So anyway, next Friday I was planning to do a podcast again with Manic Professor. And the topic this time is going to be on black holes. It's an astrophysics topic. But we're going to speak on the connection to higher dimensions with black holes, because we have more dimensions than just 3 dimensions. Well, we have our 4th dimension, which is time. We're all on time. You cannot pause time. It inevitably moves forward. But this will be a very interesting topic because it's going to touch on time travel, the theoretical background of time travel. Is it possible? It's been shown in labs, in lab settings in quantum physics, where you can actually teleport a particle back in time. So that's a form of time travel. It's very interesting. Extremely interesting. But this topic that we'll speak on is more geared towards the manifestation of black holes in higher dimensions. There's a book that I was reading about that has a lot of good information about black holes in higher dimensions. And so to give a little synopsis on it very, very quickly, and I'll leave the rest of it until next Friday. But you look at a black hole and the extreme gravity of it, and nothing can escape a black hole once it's in its orbit. You have a photon sphere, which is where the light particles orbit photons. But once, so a black hole not only, its gravity is so extreme that not just light that it's able to bring into its gravity, but space itself, the 3-dimensional space itself, it brings into a black hole. And so the topic focal point is going to be on why is this possible? Where, how can gravity be so extreme, infinite? Gravity is infinite in a black hole. Infinity is very hard to grasp because as humans, we want to say that there's a finite limit, you know. But a black hole, the gravity is infinite. It's infinite. It's so hard to understand this. So it's going to be specifically geared towards the connection to higher dimensions. And I think that that might be some way to explain it. If you're at all interested in astrophysics, the cause of the Big Bang deals with brains, BRANE, and the brains crashing together, causing the Big Bang itself. But that theory also posits that there's multi-dimensions, which there very well could be. I don't think that there's just this one dimension and just this 3-dimensional plane, but it's almost a question of life itself and how did everything originate? Why did it originate? How did the laws of physics come into being? How is that possible? if the laws of physics were even offset by 1 to, I think it's a very small number, but if it were even offset by a very, very, very small increment, our universe would not exist. So it's a very mind-boggling topic and something I would love to touch on. And we're going to touch on that as well. Nitro Assassin is poised to join next time as well. He's been joining a couple of times, and he has a lot of good explications. He's really good at breaking things down, and I think that he'll have something as well to add in on it. But anyway, that's just a little bit of the information about it, and that's what we're going to be doing next Friday. So. Alrighty, well, it's 10:03. I hear the fireworks going offside out my window. But if you're Eastern Standard, it's officially New Year's, so Happy New Year's to you. I have just under a couple of hours left to go until it's New Year's time for me. Alright, so with that said, I'm going to do about another 55 minutes. It's going to be a 3-hour stream tonight, so another 55 minutes. And with that time, I'm going to explore these demo discs. See what's on these, because I haven't experimented with them all. So why don't we check out this one. This is Dream On Year 2000. This is a European disc, that's why you have the blue. So, a little interesting note about that. The Dreamcast in Europe, they had to make the symbol blue. Why did they have to do that, you might ask? Well, it's because at the time, there was a company in Europe with the same name. So, to avoid copyright infringement, they changed the symbol to blue. That's why in North America it's the orange, and that's why in Europe it's blue. So. Alright, so this is a demo disc. We have Phantasy Star Online, which is a movie. Playable demo of Sonic Adventure. Evil Twin, which is a movie. I have Evil Twin. Interesting note, Evil Twin was not released in North America, but it was released on the Dreamcast in Europe. So if you wanted to play it, you had to import it. It was later released on the Nintendo GameCube, but it was only released in Europe, not in North America. There's a Sonic Shuffle movie. Virtua Tennis, which is a playable demo. Space Channel 5, which I can't freaking figure out the controls for. Jet Set Radio, which is a movie. And Shenmue, of course. Metropolis Street Racer. Black and White. Interesting about Black and White. It later released on the PC. But Black and White was going to be on the Dreamcast. How interesting. Sega Extreme Sports, which is playable. Alright, so that's the demos and the movies. Let's check out Black and White, because this later released on PC. It was also even going to be on the original Xbox. But first, it was going to be on the freaking Dreamcast. How interesting is that? Let's look at the footage for it. So, Black and White is a story-based role-playing game where you play the role of a god within a fully functional simulated world. Within the first hour of the game, you choose a creature to nurture. This creature will develop a personality guided by direct contact by the player and inspiration of the player. So this seems like a real-time strategy game, similar to StarCraft. Gesture recognition technology. That's interesting. Advanced AI. Creature learning by punishment and reward. So do you see the mouse cursor there? It's interesting that this was cancelled on the Dreamcast and later released on PC. But again, it was also going to be released on the original Xbox. Ah, pretty cool. It's neat to see that and what it would have been for the Sega Dreamcast. It's pretty neat. Cool. Alright, so... Sonic Shuffle, that's another movie. Why don't we check this one out? So, essentially this is Mario Party. Alright, well, that's Sonic Shuffle. So, Phantasy Star Online, I've had my eye on that. Why don't we check that out? Sega's legendary RPG Phantasy Star is coming soon to the Sega Dreamcast. But this is no simple revival version. For the first time in the world of console gaming, you will be able to play a real-time RPG online with thousands of people across the world. Oh, man. Yeah, on your 56K modem.
The whole world, communication, collaboration, fighting, light, darkness, internet, a new world.
world of Phantasy Star Online. In this network virtual world, you can take adventures with other people all over the world without ever leaving your home. Yes, you heard us correctly. We're talking about the world's first network multiplayer consumer RPG in console. The gaming population is the entire population of the world. We want you to enter the world of Ultimate Network gaming. We want to give you the experience of traveling to distant planets and communicating in real time. The colonists who reached this planet by spaceship witnessed a tremendous and mysterious explosion. Just what is it that happened here? To find out, you'll have to communicate and cooperate with people logging in from all over the world. Solve numerous intricate puzzles and win heroic battles with ferocious monsters. To succeed, you'll have to cross national and ethnic borders to communicate and collaborate, exchanging items and information. Relax now, worry not. Language barriers have broken down entirely. You can even build a common front in real time with players on the other side of the Earth 12,500 miles away. And the world of Phantasy Star Online lasts for an eternity.
Like, what was the latency like on 56K? Probably pretty bad. I never did online gaming on 56K modem, so...
An unlimited adventure fantasy with property, item exchange, information exchange, and chat functions for communication. An unlimited adventure fantasy 1,000 beats a day, 365 days a year. Online gaming open to the entire population of the world. Phantasy Star Online. The gaming revolution comes in the year 2000. The door to the future. The door to freedom.
Oh man, how cringe. Well, back in the day, it was quite revolutionary for sure. So, mix it up a little bit. This is a one-level playthrough. Sonic is back in his greatest adventure yet. Choose from 6 distinct characters, each with their own special abilities, to explore this truly amazing, vast 3D world. Along the way, discover many hidden sub-games and bonuses throughout the worlds. Look after virtual pets, which are Chow, found in the game by downloading them onto your VM, which is VMU, Virtual Memory Unit. But it gives you Emerald Coast on this demo. And I would... Oh, Drift. Happy 2024. Sorry I didn't see your message there. But have a good one as well. Happy New Year. Happy New Year 2024 to you. Alrighty, so this allows one level, which is Emerald Coast with Sonic. Trial version. Yes, and that's all it allows. It just puts you right into the level. So, this was my first game. I traded my Nintendo 64 at the time, and a few controllers, the expansion pack upgrade, and I had like a shoebox full of games. And I traded it in, and I got the Sega Dreamcast with the one controller and one game, and it was this. And I thought it was so cool. And I was like, oh my god, man, it's so awesome. Those fluid dynamics. Really like the music switch and, there we go. Go, Sonic, go!
Jump on panel number 1. It will take you to panels 2 and 3. Jump as soon as you land on a panel or else you'll fall.
But yeah, really classic. Personally, my favorite is Sonic Adventure 2. Yes! Which I have on Steam, the PC version. But I really like Sonic Adventure 2. In store now! Cool. Alright, let's see here. Why don't I try out Generator Volume 2? This is a North American disc. Dreamcast sampler. Sonic Adventure. It's going to be the Emerald Coast. Dead or Alive 2. I'm curious on what the demo is for that, so I will check that one out. Rayman 2. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, which does not work that well on this. MDK 2. Railroad Tycoon 2. Fur Fighters. Tomb Raider The Lost Revelation. Okay. So Dead or Alive 2, I'm curious to see what the demo level is, so why don't I check it out. Okay. Start. There we go. So, interesting demo. So you have 3 different characters, Aion, Anne, and Kasumi, and it starts you with Aion.
Get ready, fight!
Oh my god. So I wonder if it allows you to go through the full game. Maybe just a level or 2, or...
すごいわね。ここまで来るなんて。あなたが。さーてね。お前がお母様。Get ready, fight!
Gotcha. So yes, it seems like it's choosing a few different levels here. It doesn't seem that they're in order.
Get ready, fight!
I'm wondering if it gives me a boss.
Game over.
Oh, nope, it gives you 3 levels. 3 levels per character. Kasumi is 5'2". That is so short. I didn't expect her to be that short. I'm not far off.
Get ready, fight!
I'm 5'6.5". Almost 5'7", but not quite. 5'6.5". So I just say 5'7". I'd rather say 5'7" than 5'6". But I'm short as well. But 5'2" is quite short.
行かせるわけにはいかん。そして忍びの道。道は無極。厳しいものと知れ。
Get ready, fight!
So this is the American version, so you have the subtitles there. Kasumi is my favorite character. in the Dead or Alive universe. But I also have Dead or Alive 5 on the PlayStation 4. That one's pretty good too. So, the question is, who would win in a fight? Chun-Li from Street Fighter or Kasumi from Dead or Alive? That's a good matchup. Chun-Li from Street Fighter or Kasumi from Dead or Alive? Who would win? Who would win, do you think? It's a really good match, I feel like. They're both very similar in their fighting style and their stamina. That's a very good match. One I'd like to see in video game lore. Alright, so I'll try another one of these demo discs out here. Looks like I have just under half an hour, so... Alrighty, so hey, on this one, you can actually play Metropolis Street Racer. That's cool. Well, I'll do that then. But, well, Sonic Adventure, no. I think that all of the demos on Sonic Adventure are all pretty much the same. So, Metropolis Street Racer I will try out. I was hoping that I could find a movie here. Alright, Metropolis Street Racer it is. So, the synopsis here, well, it needs no introduction, really. Developed by Bizarre Creations, Metropolis Street Racer has set a new standard for driving games on any console. Held by critics not only for its real-world graphics, but also for its innovative gameplay system. You have raced for points, time, been there, done that, so why not race? Okay. Why not race? So, kudos. This was also in Project Gotham Racing. Kudos system. Oh, listen to that bass kicking in. Alright, so this is a time attack demo. Alright, so here is a introduction cutscene. That's what I was waiting for. London, St. James Park at 11:34 in the morning. Street racing at 11:34 a.m. I don't know if this is a introduction demo or... Yeah, it is. Oh, you can see the people in the car. That's funny. What? Why do their heads look so weird? So it seems like this demo in particular has some issue that is disconnecting the controller. So I have to keep on unplugging it and plugging it back in. I think it's using the keyboard. Alright, race, let's go. I didn't see that car fully, but I think it might have been a Pontiac. So this is Tokyo, Asakusa, Tokyo, at 9:36 p.m. Asakusa, Tokyo. All right. 3, 2, oh, it looks like I just get to practice. Go! And it looks like it's a manual transmission. Okay, now it's auto. How do I brake? I just drop it into neutral, I guess. Yeah, okay, so just drop it into neutral. Which is extremely bad on your transmission. So I'd prefer to downshift, but I don't know what the controls are, so... Alright. Not a good demo, and also again, I'm not quite sure, but it seems like it might be using the keyboard, I'm guessing. That's the only thing I could think. But it keeps dropping the controller input only for that one demo. But Redream does use the keyboard, so not quite sure. And to do a search on Dream On Volume 22, controller disconnection, probably not going to pull a lot of results, so. So F355 challenge, Ferrari. I think I'll do that for the last about 15 minutes. Got 20 minutes total, 19, but I'll save the last 4 to wind out with. But do about 15 minutes on Ferrari F355 challenge. So this is one in time I'd like to use a program called X360E that'll map my steering wheel controls into controller controls. Which is not going to be the most seamless, because it'll be quite clunky, in fact. Because turning left on the wheel will be left on the controller. So not the most ideal way to play an old game like this. But I was also thinking, like, for Need for Speed to try it out. Alright, give it a go here.
Ferrari F355 challenge.
So again, I would like to try out the actual steering wheel with this, because I think it would go well. So on this, you're allowed the arcade only. You have 2 laps. Training.
Your selection.
Training start.
Okay, am I in neutral?
Speed up.
There we go.
Left curve. Left curve. Let's drive as well on the next lap. Time extension. Final lap.
Missing that suggested line it's giving me.
Left turn.
Oh, I love that downshift in the frickin' Ferrari F355.
Congratulations.
Ah, barely got it.
Waiting for your next challenge. Game over.
Alright, now try the other lap. I got enough time for that. This one is the Suzuka. But I like that you can choose the controls, and like I said, I'd really like to see about using X360 CE with this and mapping the controls accordingly, but it would be so fun to play these older racing games with a steering wheel. I know it'd be a lot quite clunky, because when you're turning left on the wheel, it's using left on the analog stick, so it's going to be really clunky, but I'd still like to try it, particularly with Need for Speed Underground 2, the PC version. Alright, try out this track. So, training, driving, and race. Again, I'm just going to do the training. So, yes, I'm not quite sure what it is, but it seems as though the USB times out or something after a short amount of time.
Your selection.
Not sure why.
Training start. Right curve. Time extension. Let's go on to the next lap. Time
Let's.
extension. Final lap. S curve. Left curve. Time extension. Left curve.
Man, those Ferraris, they sure spin out, don't they? But actually, Ferraris have phenomenal traction control. If you look at videos of Ferraris on YouTube, their traction control is absolutely amazing. Like, split second.
Congratulations.
Alright, cool.
Waiting for your next challenge. Game over.
Alrighty, let me see if I can do one more thing in about 5 minutes. Let's see here. because I want to leave about 5 minutes to wind the stream out as I usually do. But I'll be on again Friday, if all goes as planned. So yeah, not quite sure, but I'm not quite sure at all. But it seems that the USB port. Okay, Shenmue movie. Let's see what it has to offer. From the creator of the Virtua Fighter series and other famous arcade hits, Yu Suzuki will present you with his most stunning Dreamcast original game ever. The player will control Ryo Hazuki on a fantastic quest to find the reason why his father was abruptly killed. On his way, Ryo will have to face many new challenges and meet many characters. Some will be helpful, others will try to stop you. But it seems that the power for this USB port is intermittently being cut off. Maybe every, I don't know, minute and a half or something like that. But it doesn't seem that it's the USB port specifically. It seems that it has something to do with Flycast turning the USB connection off. Because this USB port is perfectly fine. There's no damage to it or anything. No short in it that I know of.
For the last
So it must have something to do with Flycast.
Where is the mirror?
It appears Landi will try to make use of both mirrors.
What will he try?
That even I don't know. Considering the legend associated with this mirror, undoubtedly there's a connection.
I'm begging you, please think it over.
My mind is made up. I must go. I will have my revenge.
Let me invite you to hell.
Hey, boy!
Perhaps find that mirror and then we'll talk.
There must be some information here.
This area been getting rather dangerous recently.
Would you like something to eat?
I'll give it a try.
First, I'll teach you the steps. Step forward, step again. Then kick. Okay. Unbelievable, man!
Hey, stop! Later, sorry.
Please, just for a while, stay with me. I wish time would just stand still.
I think a lot of us wish that. Just pause time for a second, damn it. But if we did that, everything would spontaneously dissociate. Everything would end if time ever stopped. So that's another aspect I'd like to touch on when we get into the discussion on astrophysics.
Every experience will differ from another.
I'll only tell you if you prove stronger than me.
Vast area, enormous number of characters.
If Landi gets that mirror, no one can stop him.
Is this a game?
Father! Keep friends. Those you love.
An emergence of a true.
So it seems that is the issue. USB device not recognized.
Step into another reality.
Yes. I've had issues with this controller in the past. This controller is like 12 years old, so. So Windows is telling me that it's malfunctioned. Well, if all else, I do have 2 other controllers I can use, but it seems that this works intermittently. It made me wonder for a second if my USB port on the front here is having issues, but doesn't seem that is the case. It seems that this controller has issues with the... anyways, I'm going to wind it down, but to finish my... speaking on that, this controller cord I've had wrapped up for a very long time, and eventually, like I said, this controller is like 12 years old. It's an Xbox 360 controller, so very old. But over time, the internal wires here can become disconnected, frayed, and one reason you don't want to wrap your controllers up, which is what I always do like this, to keep it nice and neat, is specifically because of that. But with that said, like I said, I have 2 other controllers, an Xbox One and a PlayStation 4 controller that I can use that will work fine. Both of which have Bluetooth, but they also have cables I can use for them as well. But I've been noticing that this controller has been having issues for a while, probably for a good 1.5 years, 2 years even. So it seems as though it's finally starting to go out. And like I said, it doesn't help that I keep the cord wrapped up, but in fact, it's recommended that you do not wrap controller cords, but rather keep them in a straight loop. I guess a loop. But essentially, try not to bend your controller cords. So a way of keeping them is to kind of like do them in like a long oblong loop, you know? The less bends, the better. Because over time that will start to affect the cord itself, so. And that's all I can think for this, because it's, like I said, for probably a better part of a couple of years now, and having issues with it. But again, I do have a couple of other controllers I can use, so not a huge deal. But it is annoying to have to unplug and plug, so.
I am attending Purdue Global because it allows me to attend classes quickly after work. I'm gonna have to go.
Alrighty, I will say farewell to you, and thanks for stopping in. I'll see you next week, January 5th, Friday. Manic Professor and I will do a podcast with topic of black holes. Alrighty, I'll say farewell and Happy New Year 2024. I'll see you next Friday. See you later.